Hello, welcome to my channel. And this video is more like life lessons that I've learned. And as you can see from the title, young people really don't know how to be friends. Young people, that's us who's teens in our, I'm not a teen. I'm in my 20s. Those of us who are in our 20s, even people in their 30s, which really in your 30s, I feel like you should be mature. Um, yes, but have you ever, speaking of friendships, like have you ever met a friend that you have that they don't even respond to your phone calls or your texts? I have. I've had a lot of so-called friends like that, and it's like, why don't you respond to my texts or my phone calls? You're always on your phone. You're always texting somebody. You're always FaceTiming somebody. But when I text you or when I call you, you don't answer your phone. You don't call me back till days later, or you just don't respond at all. You know what that means? That means that person is not a good friend, and you're not important to them. Like they just don't find you important. They don't think that they should respond to you, so they're just not going to. I've even had friends, that they say we're friends, but like when they go out, they'll go out with each other, but they won't invite me to places because I don't have a car, so I have to get a ride from them, or because I don't have as much money as them to spend, you know. And I just feel like, yeah, I can understand the person doesn't have money, but it's like if that's your friend, you know, wouldn't you like, say, oh hey, come on, come hang out with me, I'll pay for this bill, I'll pay for this food for you, I'll pay for this drink for you. Like, come on, like, I just want to spend time with you. Let's hang out. Because true friends, that's what true friends do. If they really like you, if they really want to spend some time with you, they're going to sit there and pay for your meal or pay for your drink. And I'm not talking about somebody being a freeloader, but some of us were on campus, like myself, and we did not always have money because our parents would not always send us money. And it was really hard on campus to get a job. It was really hard off campus to get a job, especially if you didn't have a car. Especially if you didn't have a car. And, especially black people, like black people in America, because I know I'm living that black American experience. When you do not have a car and you're friends with people, oh my God, you are lame. Don't nobody want to take you nowhere. They consider you like a leech, and that's because black people in America systematically have not been able to have these things. Have not been able to have automobiles. So now, like, not now, but within the 20th century when it was made, more black people have accumulated that. Like having a car in the black community, black American community, that is a status symbol. It really is. So if you don't have it, then ew, it's like, ugh, what's wrong with you? Like, you poor, you broke. And also too, I just don't understand like how people already do that. They're just like, oh, you don't have a car, I'm not hanging with you, or she don't be having money, so I'm not gonna be hanging out with her. But you call her your friend, and it's like, damn, you already are learning how to be classist, and you barely have shit. You barely have shit. I mean, honestly, you're not Cardi B, you're not Kenya Moore, you're not Candy Birds, you're not none of them. But you see, you got a little bit of something, and it's already going to your head. That's a whole other topic. Um, and also what I've noticed too, like when if I've been friends with people or people I know have been friends with other people, like if you have a friend that's like condescending, I'm talking about that friend that just every time you say something like, you're not going to be able to do that, or when you going to get the money for that, or you keep saying you're going to do this and you haven't done it yet. Oh my God, I cannot stand that. Those type of people, those type of friends, honestly, they deserve to get cursed out. For me, I curse friends out. I know it's probably wrong, but that's just what I do. Um, it's always that friend that tells you like, oh, they say, oh, you never have money. You always say that you broke, especially if they say in front of y'all group of friends or a group of people. Don't I can't stand that. I cannot stand somebody disrespecting me and embarrassing me. That is a really pet peeve of mine. Don't show out in front of other people. Don't do that. Or, let's say you guys are having conversation, you talking about relationships and like what you would want in a relationship, what you don't want in a relationship, or you're saying like, oh, certain people shouldn't accept this in a relationship, and they say stuff like, what you talking about? Like, you're not in a relationship, so nobody really cares what you have to say. You know, always just trying to silence you, to break you down. That stuff gets old. Like, that stuff is tiring. You cannot be with a friend that is condescending. And if you have to ask yourself, is my friend condescending? They probably are. Like, a lot of times we know that, but it's just that we don't want to be alone. We don't want to be by ourselves. So we're just willing to put up with the abuse from friendships. And honestly, I always say this, it's better for me to be by myself than for me to be friends with people who don't like me. Like, I'd rather be by myself than be friends with people who don't like me. Honestly, I can't stand that. Well, I'm sorry, I'm reading from my notebook, but I had a friend, that also to like when it comes to being there for your friends, that's a huge topic because I've had a friend that I was there for them, like I would be there for them all the time, but they wouldn't be there for me. That's exhausting. You can't be friends with people, like that. That's exhausting. That is so tiring because what they're telling you is, like sometimes they will ask for your help or they'll ask for you to be there, but sometimes these type of people, they don't ask for your help. They don't ask for your help at all. But you're the genuine kind person. You're there for them. You're listening to them and all that. And that person, they're just an asshole. They're just a jerk. They're just a leech. They're gonna go and suck it up. But then when you call them, you ask them to do something for you, it's like, oh, I'm busy, or oh, I can't do that, or why can't you just go do that yourself? Oh my god, I cannot stand that. I cannot stand for people to treat me bad. I know people might say like, oh, everybody can't stand when somebody treats them bad. No, some people they like to be treated like shit. Some people like it. I don't like it. And also, I keep saying also, but my fifth point is that what I've realized too with millennials and Gen Z like myself, our generation, we really don't know how to be friends. Like, we really don't know how to be friends. We don't know or we just won't do it. It's just, it's just disheartening. Like, I've met people that I've been a good friend to them. Like, I've called them, checked up on them, text them, said, let's go out, pull them out of a funky mood, when they're feeling depressed or whatever. And then I'm sad, I'm depressed. They can tell, but they don't give a damn. They're not going to call me. They're not going to text me. They're not going to say, hey, let me come get you a meal. Let me come do this for you. I'm like, what is going on? There is something really going on with our generation of why we are not good friends. We are not good friends to each other at all. I met some people that they have good friendships, but I've seen, like my mom said, Liberian people say, cat shit turn to dog shit. No, what is it? Friendship turn to cat shit? Something like that. I don't know. That's one of those Liberian parables. I truly just believe like there are people that they don't know how to be true friends, but maybe a lot of them they just there's something wrong with our generation. I don't know if it's like we're just so damn spoiled by our parents. Like I don't know. You'll have people that you'll be good friends to them. You'll be there for them. And then they can't call you and text you, but they going around to hang out with Keisha or Tyra, and Keisha and Tyra do not like them. And Keisha and Tyra have shown them that they don't like them. Keisha and Tyra don't answer their phone calls. Keisha and Tyra stop talking to them. Keisha and Tyra leave them at a party. And it's just like, oh, you must be going around somewhere else to go kiss somebody else's ass because, I mean, I'm here. I want to go out. You didn't ask me to go out. You asked me to go to the grocery store. You didn't invite me to this party, but you want to go with them. You want to go with people who don't like you. That's something that my mom always told me. Whenever you're hitting up a friend and that friend don't hit you up back, that friend They don't care about you. They thinking about somebody else. It's some other friend that they hitting up all the time to be friends with, to be buddy buddy with. You just not on their radar. And you know what? That is that is okay. That is okay because you want to be able to have a friend that you can rely on and they can rely on you. You know, for me, I'm the type of person that, which I learned in college. Everybody does not operate like that, but I'm a genuine, person. And people take advantage of genuine people. There are people that I've been friends with that you can tell they have never had a good friend. I've met some people, they have never had good friends. I mean, honestly, I've been through a lot of friendships. A lot of friendships have ended. Some have ended on bad terms. Some have just ended because no, they just ended. Like we moved to different schools, we stopped talking, or maybe the person just stopped talking to me. They thought I was lame or something, whatever, you know. And I'm just like, wow, y'all people really operating out here, and y'all really don't know what a true friendship is. You really don't know. And then you have people who, I mean, for me, look, a lot of my friendships have ended, but I've learned where my fault was in it. But I also have paid attention to the other person's fault, and it's even if a friendship ends, it's good for you to see like where you could have improved and where they could have improved as well. But I've met people that I've been friends with or getting to know to be friends with, and it's like, oh, all my friendships ended and I don't know why. What? Hmm? Like, really? You don't know why your friendships ended? It's probably something to do with how you spoke to somebody, how you acted towards them, how you treated them. That probably has something to do with it. So, this is what I do. Like, I would say that I have like two, good friends that I talk to, which really in this world that we live in, you will only have a handful of people that you can call your true friends. These other people that you see out here with their group of friends, where it's like 8 of them, 10 of them, 14 of them. Oh, that's my best friend. That's my best friend. That's my best friend. That shit is childish. That is not their best friend. They don't even like them. They're secretly jealous of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't even pay attention to that. Like before, I used to be like, back in when I was like 18, and then early in college and stuff like that, I would be like, oh man, like I wish I had a group of friends. Honestly, I don't even think I want a group of friends. Like I like having friends that they all just separate. We all just hang around each other separately. Maybe if I link you up with my other friend, we'll probably get along. Something like that. But don't be in a rush to be with a group of friends, because a lot of those group of friends, they do not like each other. Look at a lot of these YouTubers. It'd be 6, 7, 8, 10, 12 of them, and they next thing you know, a year later, they don't like each other. Somebody was gossiping about each other. That's what can happen when you have groups of friends. It's at least one person in the group who does not like somebody else, and that person they don't like probably doesn't even know that they don't like them. Somebody's gossiping about somebody. Somebody's doing some shady ish. That. So just keep that in mind. One thing that I do is, I pray to have good friends, and I also pray and ask God for me to be a good friend and for me to have discernment when it comes to friends, because you don't want to just be friends with people just because you're lonely. When you're just friends with people just because you're lonely, people see that, people sense that, people can smell that desperation. So it's like, oh, let me just call her and hit her up, even though I don't really want to hang around her like that. But, that she ain't got nothing to do. Let me just call her and hit her up. Then you just that friend that they call when the other friend can't pull through. And when people know you're desperate for friendship, people treat you like ish. People will treat you like ish. They'll call you and tell you, oh, hey, I want us to go out to a party. They'll call you at 11 a.m., right? Once you go to a party that started at like 10, right? Oh, I'm going to pick you up. You calling at 8. Oh, you getting ready? Oh, yeah. You calling at 9:30. Oh, are you coming to pick me up? Oh, I decided I'm not going no more. Then you find out that they went with somebody else. You never want to be desperate for friends, because people can smell that. And sometimes I think that not, maybe I think that I was, desperate for friends, because, I didn't have a lot of friends. And also too, with young women, like we are very jealous of one another, and we're very critical of one another. And you know, when people see you and they see like how you carry yourself, or if they're pretty, they're beautiful, it's like, oh, you're beautiful too. Oh, no, 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 no. Like, only I can be the beautiful one. I've seen people like that. Like, all their other friends are ugly and they're the only pretty one. Something ain't right about that. You like to keep ugly, unattractive people around you to make yourself look better, you know? So I know that's been like some of the reasons, you know, like why I haven't had friends, or if you're somebody who, you know, you just go with the, you know, you do your own thing, you know, you just do your own thing. You're not somebody who's copying off of what other people doing. And honestly, a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people feel intimidated by that. They're, excuse me, they're intimidated by somebody who knows what they want and like knows who they are. I don't know who I am 100%. You know, I'm in my 20s, early 20s. I'm still learning and finding myself just like everybody else. But it's like I know the type of person that I am. I know what I will accept and what I won't accept, and I know what I will do and what I won't do. And I know that I have standards. I have higher standards for myself, and you know, I expect more from other people than what they expect for themselves. You know, so sometimes that, you know, that can rub people the wrong way. Like, you know, they might think you have to date you or bougie, especially black people. They love to call you bougie if you like things a certain way. You know, I just like things a certain way, and if it's not done that way, then yeah, it's gonna irk me a little bit. But yeah, that's what I would like to say. I would just like to say, you know, you ain't the only one out here who's been struggling with friendship. I've been struggling with friendship. I got my two friends. I talk to them. You know, I would just say like, you know, if you go out or whatever, you know, that's how you can meet people, talk to people, but just don't be too anxious. You know, like tread lightly and don't tell them all of your business immediately. I'm somebody who I don't trust a lot of people, so I'm very slow to tell people my business, and it's better that way. But I would like to say, you know, please like, comment, share, subscribe to my channel. Thank you all for coming. You guys all have a good night. Bye.